And welcome back to CPCA Live. I'm Greg Buchanan from the CPCA Radio Network. Joining us right now from Rapid View, Saskatchewan, Shane Nolan. Shane, just talk about your show thus far.
It's been good. I've had some steady runs in the top 10. Last night I was fifth with the point outfit. That outfit would have been day money the first night, but I had a late outrider. So the horses are running good. Guys will get in tune and tweaked as we go here, and I'm been driving really good. So I'm ready. I trained lots this spring and probably hooked 4 outfits a day there, Vern and I, for 2 weeks straight. So we're not showing much rust.
You talk no rust. It's the early part of the season, but at the same time, a lot of practice does well. But at the same time, once you get on that track for real, it's a lot different than practicing.
Oh yeah, the outfits all work a little different too. Those experienced outfits, some of them don't work as good at home, so it leaves you, oh, I don't remember them doing that. But when you get back to the show, they pick her up where they left off.
Any changes you made from last season to this season? New horses adding into the fold?
Yeah, there's a bunch of changes. I got some new ones. I'm going to drive another new one here tonight on the other outfit, and I've been just fitting them in as I go and trying to tweak that one outfit there that's going good. I just leave them together. I know them. I had them going by the end of last year together, so I'll just leave them the way they are until I get other stuff working more. And if I want to do some changing on that outfit later, it'll come later when it needs to happen.
Okay, when you go out looking for horses during the off-season in the wintertime, where do you go and what are you looking for?
I go to the bigger racetracks in Western Canada, Winnipeg, Saskatoon. I go look for a specific type of gelding. I look for a big, thick gelding that's had a good race record. Preferably a young horse, 4 or 5 year old is really good. And then we just take them home and drive them and see what we think of them. And if we can fit them in, we do. If we can't, we move them along again.
You look at your last season and say, I need a wheel team, I need a lead team, or do you just kind of go out and try to find the best horses available?
That's what I do because I keep a big inventory at home. There's 31 horses in my barn again, so I brought 19 here. So if there's no pressure on any of them that have to make it. So the ones that do, those are the ones you take down the road. And if the others need more time to develop, then they get that time. And if they never do develop, I just move them on.
When those horses that are developing, the young ones that are coming in, how important is the veteran horses to kind of show them the way?
Absolutely. I don't hook any of those new horses together other than in teams when I'm breaking after I've used the workhorse. But once I get hooking fours, if they're going on left lead, there's got to be an experienced right leader with them and something on the wheel that works so they're not overcharging and hitting them. Because if you do that to them right off the start, it lessens the chance of them turning out.
And maybe talk about some of your key horses in your barn, some of the veteran horses that you're using.
Yeah, there's probably 14 of them here. And I brought one new driving horse, and I got more at home that I've been driving in the spring, but they weren't quite ready yet. So I'm going to debut that one tonight, and then in Yorkton we'll see how this horse goes. He might go again, and if I want to change it up, I can bring a different one with me.
What goals have you set for yourself this year? I know you want to get back to the greatest outdoor show on earth again, but maybe talk about other goals you've set for yourself this year.
Well, exactly. This is my 12th year in the CPCA, and if I said I wasn't gunning for a Canadian championship, I'd be kidding, because that's the ultimate goal, and that's my intentions. And Calgary Stampede, I want a top 8 finish. I want to be in that final.
Joining us right now is Lane Bremner, who sits right now 10th coming in at today's races in North Battleford. Lane, just talk about your first 2 days to kick off the SIGA Pro Tour.
Oh, they've been pretty good. They've been trying some new horses here and there and see what works, and let's go from there, and maybe we'll weed some out and keep the best ones, or try to anyways.
How important is the opening weekend, and for that matter, the early shows in this season, to kind of get a good feel of what you have for your horses and how they're really going to gel together?
It's good. This way, we're running 2 wagons this weekend to figure out. We'll send some new horses out in the first heat, so we get them experience, so hopefully we can use them in the last heat or later heats after, and just get them some running time is really good for them.
Okay, and maybe talk about some of the changes you made during the off-season to get ready for this year, and maybe some of the new horses you added to your barn.
I bought 6 horses last fall, and I kept 5 new ones, 4 driving, 1 out-riding horse, and 1 horse didn't make the cut, so he's at home. And we had just switched everything up last year. It was just a tough year, hit a lot of barrels, so this year I pretty much changed everything, put new horses in my good outfits, and so far it's been working, and keep going.
Talk about when you're making those changes, you have to gradually make them. You like to get some new horses and throw them into the track right away, but at the same time, it takes a bit of time to get them immersed into the sport of chuck wagon racing.
Yeah, it does. Actually, on my good wheel team now, I had started them last year at the end of the year, give them 3-4 races, and now this year they seem relaxed and they really want to work anyway so far. And I had bought a couple of horses from in Calgary last summer, and I switched one to right lead, and he seems to be working so far. He's working fine right now, but we'll see. It's still early.
Okay, highlight for you last year being the rookie driver of the year for the Calgary Stampede, and just talk about what that meant for Lane Bremner.
Oh, it was exciting. It was close. So we were, I think, fourth heading into the last night, and threw a big run in there and took second day money. That was a good highlight of the year, and just got lucky enough to win it, and it was really good. I was happy everybody was happy, and the family was really happy.
Okay, can we talk about your goals for this year?
Oh, hopefully make it back to the Calgary Stampede. I think that's everybody's goals, but mine, I want to be there. I had a blast there last year, so I want to go back every year as much as I can.
Okay,
There's the sound of the horn, and they're ready to shake it up right here with Extreme Oil Field Technology. Chance Bentzmiller to get out there from the outside. It's Foster's Bulldozing Service and Brad Quinney as both try to head to the rail, but it's Chance Bentzmiller, Extreme Oil Field Technologies, who's got the rail position, and Brad Quinney on the outside of him as all barrels are standing. Here come the Chuck Wagon Racers down the backstretch right now. Wheel to wheel with Extreme Oil Field Technologies and Chance Bentzmiller. On the outside of him is Foster's Bulldozing Service trying to push his way to the lead, but he is a half a wagon length off that lead, helped by Chance Bentzmiller. And then we drop back 3 wagon lengths to Ken Walters and Raiders Well Servicing. As they now approach the head of the lane, it's now Chance Bentzmiller who's shifted a gear to a wagon length lead on Foster's Bulldozing Service and Brad Quinney, who's in the middle of the race. As Chance heads her up and lines her up for the Fabricland finish line, and here he comes. Chance Bentzmiller, an extreme run with Extreme Oil Field Technologists. Chance Bentzmiller, Foster's Bulldozing and Brad Quinney, Raider Well Service and Ken Walters. As does Rory Jarvis and Jamie Labakine. Well, we fire out of the barrels here for heat number 4. Chris Molly looks like he's got a nice smooth turn, but look at Ryan Baptiste with Poundmaker Energy. He hits the trail and he steals the rail. Ryan Baptiste and Poundmaker Energy off the North Sask Farm Equipment barrel, and now he has gathered up a 3 wagon length lead. Ryan Baptiste and Poundmaker Energy, they set up the back stretch charge with Poundmaker Energy and Ryan Baptiste. He's gathered up a 3 wagon length lead, and then we drop back to the other 2. Good golly, Chris Molly is running the rail with Diamond Drill on the outside of him. It is fit by Dave Collins and Ross Fisher, who's running tarp to tarp, and then an ocean wave of Western Financial Group Outriders, all in hot pursuit, trying to chase down the leader on the front end, who is Ryan Baptiste with Poundmaker Energy. Here he is, flowing like a river as he heads to the Fabricland finish line. Where's those 2 red-shirted Outriders for Poundmaker Energy and Ryan Baptiste? Here he comes to the line. Ryan Baptiste and Poundmaker Energy, they're riding hard. Look at them go. Here comes Diamond Dill. Good golly, Chris Molly runs second. Ross Fisher, fit by Dave Collins, is third. All right, we hammer the horn, and heat number 5 is going to be in the history books. Todd Baptiste, Con Alexander Trekking. There's a reason he's the best barreler in the business. Look at him get out there. Todd Baptiste gets out to get the rail away. Con Alexander Trekking as we stretch them 3 across the racetrack. Pro Left Crane and Dallas Dick in the middle of the racetrack, and 3 wide is Kelly the Kid Morin with JLD Peel Roofing as they set up the backstretch charge this way on the rail, and there's a wall of wagons on the front end. Look at Todd Baptiste, Con Alexander Trucking running in the middle of the racetrack. He's got ground right there with Pro Left Crane and Dallas Dick, who has got the slight lead, and running 3 wide it's Kelly Morin and JLD Peel Roofing. Kelly Morin for his strong finish on the racetrack is now they approach the head of the lane and head to the Fabricland finish line. Colin Alexander Trucking on the rail in the middle of the racetrack. It's Pro Lift Crane. Watch Kelly Morin right now. He's going to shift a gear with JL DePeel Roofing. Here they come to the line. Dallas Dick, Pro Lift Crane has found a gear, but here comes Kelly Morin. Pro Left Crane, Kelly Morin and Todd Baptiste in that way in heat number. There's the sound of the horn as they cast their faith to the figure 8.5 mile of hell. Here comes Lane Bremner in from the outside. The Border City Oilman and Bob Van Eaton splits the difference and runs in the middle of the racetrack as they set it up into the first corner this way. We are 3 wagons wide. Here comes Denico Aggregates, but on the extreme outside, 3 wide, is the Border City Oilman. And gentlemen, Jim Knight as they set up now the backstretch charge as they all flow like a river down the backstretch. Lane Bremner is holding that rail position right here, forcing Jim Knight to run the overland route, the further running distance around the racetrack, and trying to get in here, but he's boxed in. He's got nowhere to run as Bob Van Eaton, as he is trapped behind a wall of wagons. And then our Western Financial Group Outriders, who must be within 150 feet, as here comes now Lane Bremner as a header to the Fabric Land finish line. Watch Jim Knight now. He's trying to shift a gear with the Border City Oilmen. Can he run down Lane Bremner? Lane Bremner with the slight lead at the line. It is another gear for Lane Bremner, and Denico Aggregates to win this one. The Border City Oilmen won a very close second, and then Bob Van Eaton closes in to be third. Heat 6. There's the sound of the horn. We're ready to turn and burn. Bob Jack sheet metal from the middle and Neil Walgenbaugh from the outside. Here they go into the first corner right now. Here is Bob Jack sheet metal with Vera Nolan, the pilot, and on the outside of him is the kids' wagon and Neil Walgenbaugh. These two battled it out for a Canadian championship a couple of years ago. But down the backstretch, here comes the rapid Uvarket Vera Nolan, and he has shifted a gear, and he's got a full wagon-length lead. Look at Gordon McCallum. He's jumped onto that rail position to run wheel to wheel with Neil Walgenbaugh on the kids' wagon. Now he's closing ground on Vera Nolan, who is on the front end with Bob Jack's sheet metal. Vera Nolan is firing in all cylinders as he's trying to shift a gear here. The Rapid View Rocket is on fire as he approaches the head of the lane and heads to the Fabric Land finish line. Here comes Gordon McCallum, who's now found a gear. He's trying to chase down Vera Nolan, but the former champion is at the line. Vera Nolan, Little Pine First Nations, and Gordon McCallum, and the kids' wagon and Neil Walgenbaugh will run third. Horn sounds as we stir the pot here in heat number 8. Big BJ Carey's got a nice turn, but look at Wayne Knight fly. Look at Wayne Knight fly with Summit Oil Field on the barrel 2, and Shane Nolan and Ranch West Supply is going to be stretched 3 wide. But holding on to that rail position is Big BJ Carey trying to run side by side with Wayne Knight and Summit Oil Field. As they set up the backstretch charge, you got to throw a tarp over the top 3 wagons on the CPCA Sega Pro Tour, and look at him drive down the backstretch. The lead is held by Shane Nolan. He's got a slight lead, a Thorbett Horselip on Wayne Knight, and then on the rail is North Sask Farm Equipment, and Big BJ Carey is around the corner number 3. They're going to set up the home stretch charge as a header line up for the Fabric Land finish line. Look at that. This is 3 across the track. Come on, North Battleford. Let's welcome him home. And here they come. 3 across the track. It is going to be, look at Wayne Knight shift a gear with Summit. Wayne Knight at the line. Ranch West Supply and Big BJ Carey rolls in to be third in heat number 8. There's the sound of the horn as we blast them into the history books. We got a nice turn. Look at the Labacanes get out there to duel it out, father and son, and Valor Holmes and Devin Mitzwing. But to the rail goes the wily old veteran, Brian Labacane, with over 40 show championships to his credit. Career on the outside of him, and there's a Jamie Labacane, and then we drop back 2 wagon lengths, Valor Holmes and Devin Mitzwing, the defending champion, as they battle on down the Batrix, Thundering Hooves, and a cloud of dust, and look at him run, the Sidekicks Express and Dave Co-Welding, and then on the outside of him is Jamie Labacane and Holtz Powder River Sales, but watch Devin Mitzwing. Devin has found a gear, and he shifted right into the hunt of this, as we round corner number 3. Brian Labacane in the lead. Watch Jamie Labacane, but don't count out Valor Holmes and Devin Mitzwing. It might be a Labacane Sunday afternoon, but here comes Devin Mitzwing from the inside to the outside with Valor Holmes to the Fabric Land finish line. It is, look at the Labacanes battle it out. Jamie and Brian going at her at the line. Wow, a dead heat between father and son right there. He looks over and says, "Good job, Dad."